Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So today, we're leaving the U.S. We're going to talk about Brexit, specifically how it relates to Ireland and the border. Okay, so crash course for Americans, real quick. The island of Ireland is divided between North and South. The North is under the control of the UK, the South is the Republic of Ireland. The Republic of Ireland is part of the EU. The UK wants to leave the EU. This presents an issue because that border between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland is supposed to be soft. It is supposed to be open, more or less. The part of the reason for Brexit was to stem migration and open borders, what they're calling open borders. So it creates a very unique political situation. The U.S., and this was actually public now, they've told the U.K. they will not back any post-Brexit trade deal that doesn't include an open border on the Irish island. The UK is probably not going to be happy about that. The message I got was very concerned if a hard border happens about a potential upswing in violence. Yeah. It's not a maybe. It's yes. If there's a hard border, you can guarantee there will be Republican violence. It's going to happen. For Americans, Irish Republicans are nothing like American Republicans. Generally, Irish Republicans are to the left of anything we have in this country. I mean, they make Bernie Sanders look like Trump. So, bear that in mind. Now, your message said you live on an old route. It's probably not an old route. It's probably just dormant. If you really want to stay out of it, you have to stay out of it completely. That means if you see something, say nothing. Okay? And that goes for anything. Remove any form of nationalist symbol on either side from your vehicle, from the outside of your home. I don't know which passport you have, but you keep that to yourself. Don't get involved at all. If if you were to see something on that route and say something, they will kill you or kneecap you. The other thing you have to keep in mind is that during the last big upsurge in violence, it took a little bit of training to make the explosives. You had to have been involved in the movement. It's not true anymore because of Islamic groups putting training material online. It's available to anybody. So it's not going to be fertilizer and coffee grinders anymore. They're going to have a whole new set of explosives. And they can be done, they can be manufactured by people who are operating alone. That makes it a little bit more scary. The good news is that typically the Republican side was pretty good about giving warning about bombs. They really were. I would imagine with today's technology, there will be some form of text message on your cell phone when a warning comes through. Pay attention to them. Stay out of whatever area develops as a hotbed. Just stay out of it. There's no reason to go there. Whatever that area is, there's no reason to go there. Now, another change in dynamic was during the last period, the royal family and the British establishment was off limits. Today, there's enough dissatisfaction with them that the Republican command may not see it as as something to keep off limits. So there may be activity in England, which would be, I mean, aside from a few attacks, that didn't happen, but it may be over there. although I would definitely expect violence along any hard border. I would just hope that it doesn't happen, because it's not a maybe. It will. It will cause violence. And we're at that point. It's generational, 800 years, and every generation, sometimes it skips a generation, but there's an upsurge in violence. We're hitting that point right now anyway. This is just throwing a match on the powder keg. So, anyway, good news. You asked, is there any good that can come of this? Yeah. Anytime a government entity fractures and gets smaller, it's more responsive to the people. Now, if you do hold sympathies to an idea of a united Ireland, this may cause it, because the Brits may decide that they don't want to deal with it anymore. It's funny. All of this time, where it's been by bullets and bombs, it may be decided by ballots. Anyway, that's just a thought. Have a good night. Stay safe.